In solo leveling at the Hunter Association Gymnasium, Jin smoothly dodges every one of Baru's attacks. Moving effortlessly, he slips beneath the ant's claws like he's playing a game of limbo. As Baru readies another strike, Jin suddenly catches his arm and asks if he's really using his full power. Stepping back, Baru lowers his head and humbly asks how he could possibly go all out against his king. Jin tells him it's all right. He just wanted a light workout, and adds that Baru is the only one worthy of facing him. Flattered, the ant general drops to one knee and gratefully accepts the compliment. Jin then wonders aloud how Baru's speech has improved so rapidly and jokes about whether he's eaten a human. After brushing himself off, Jin instructs him to start the high-level general rank training. Baru charges forward with a powerful move, but Jin swiftly sidesteps the attack. When Baru throws a punch, Jin blocks it, all while evaluating the strength behind it. Since advancing to general rank, Baru's abilities have clearly grown stronger. Baru continues his assault, but Jin, the Shadow Monarch, dodges everything with ease and counters with a solid punch to his stomach. He reminds Baru that the title of general means leading an army, and there can only be one. If Baru wants to keep his position and avoid being outshined, he'll have to push himself harder. Baru lets out a loud screech as they both start darting across the gym at lightning speed. Still, Jin isn't impressed. He knows that despite Baru being one of his strongest soldiers, he wouldn't be able to hold his own against the other monarchs. As Baru lunges in again, Jin redirects the momentum, causing him to slam into the ground. Now behind him, Jin lands a sharp hook to Baru's side, launching him into the wall. Left sprawled out like a true insect, Baru praises his king's power and bows in awe. Jin casually tells him to lay off the historical dramas for a while. Baru glances up at him with big, apologetic eyes as he begins to heal himself. Jin realizes it's time to clean up and tells the chairman not to get too angry. After all, he has an outstanding workforce of 300 loyal ants at his command. Laura asks Thomas Andre if he's leaving, to which he questions how he could leave after something so big and beautiful has appeared. He questions its beauty, and looking out the window, Thomas explains that everything that makes the heart flutter is beautiful, a fire-breathing dragon, that big gate, and Hunter Sung's power. Everything has a certain beauty. He adds that everything that he likes is beautiful, which is why he wants to possess it. Laura remarks that he's finally encountered something beyond his grasp, and Thomas agrees, admitting he never imagined something like this could appear. He notes there's no gate left to return through anyway, though Laura mentions that the Hunter's Bureau is growing concerned. Thomas chuckles at the thought, confidently telling her there's no place safer than being near Jinwoo. He insists that if they can't put an end to it here, there won't be a safe place left to go back to, so he wants to witness it with his own eyes. Whether this turns out to be humanity's downfall or the start of something new. In solo leveling, as people scramble to escape the looming catastrophe, the city of Seoul becomes clogged with cars that are completely gridlocked. Meanwhile, Jenna asks her mother if they're evacuating, to which she replies by saying it might be better to decide where they want to die, noting that no official evacuation order has been given yet. Frustrated, Jenna insists that she's about to start college, can finally drink, and plans to live on her own. Her life is just beginning. Her mother agrees and reassures her that Jinwoo will protect them, just like her father once did. Meanwhile, Jin sits atop a rooftop, troubled by the fact that he can't sense their presence and wonders where the hell they could be. He knows he needs to stop the gate, but questions whether he can do it without anyone getting hurt. He reflects on everything he stands to lose. Glancing at his phone, he wonders who he should spend his last moments with, his eyes lingering on the faces of his friends. Elsewhere in a dojo, Song Chi-yul comments to Hayin that there's a stubborn hesitation in her sword technique, and suspects it may be caused by some fear buried deep inside her. She's distracted by her buzzing phone. Mr. Song continues, saying it's perfectly normal to feel fear, admitting he would have lost a limb himself if he had faced the same monsters. Seeing Cha focused on her phone, the master realizes he's been rambling and chalks it up to her not answering, apologizing as she excuses herself to take the call. When she finishes, she turns back to Mr. Song with a blush, saying an urgent matter came up and she has to leave. Master Song permits it, figuring it has something to do with the Rizzler. He grins. Things are about to get interesting. On a romantic day in Solo Leveling, a man wonders aloud if that's really Jinwoo, as everyone begins to notice him walking side by side with Hayin. Cha blushes as the Rizzler casually mentions he thought there would be fewer people around, considering the current state of things. Glancing at him, she asks if he actually enjoys places like this. He admits he doesn't particularly like them, but still wanted to visit at least once. She then questions why he brought her somewhere he wanted to go, and he simply replies that she's the only friend he has. Surprised, he reminds her of what she said in front of the strange statue in the double dungeon. Realizing, she blushes and asks if he really heard that. Jin nods, saying he heard her clearly, and that his hearing is sharper than most. Cha then asks about the nature of that bizarre dungeon, but Jin says that once he's sorted things out in his mind, he'll explain. For now, he's keeping it to himself. She nods in understanding, but points out that his shadow soldiers draw too much attention. Jin shrugs it off, saying it's fine as long as they're ignored. Reflecting for a moment, Cha realizes this is the first time she's gone out purely for fun since becoming a hunter almost 2 years ago, and it feels different being with Jinwoo. Jin asks if she wants to try the roller coaster, and she agrees. The Rizzler then asks if she'd like to try everything, and swept up in his charm, she agrees. He senses that maybe he wasn't the only one eager to visit this place and invites her to experience it all. They ride a roller coaster, a drop tower, and even stroll through a haunted house. Later, while eating, Jinwoo checks if she's feeling bored, but she replies no, that she's genuinely having a good time. Still, he points out that she didn't scream or react at all during the rides, guessing they're too tame for an S-rank hunter. She admits the rides felt a little slow. Jin then flashes the ultimate Riz smile and suggests they try something a bit more thrilling. Wink, wink. Up in the sky, a shadow tears through the clouds as Kaisel soars into the sunset. Jin asks how it is. Cha responds that it's insanely fast and incredibly high. Smiling, she adds that the view is stunning. She asks why he chose the amusement park when he could have just done this from the start. He explains that the amusement park was near the gate, so he'd always wanted to visit it at least once. She thanks him. The riz between them intensifies as she tells him she's long wanted to thank him properly for everything he's done for her over the years. The monarch of Riz says there's something special he wants to show her. As the sun dips behind the ruins of the city and night falls, the two sit in the grass beneath the stars. Amazed, she looks over at Jin and gently leans her head on his shoulder as a shooting star streaks across the sky.